but pronounced Buda-Pest.
Yo, ready, 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 yo, ready, steady, go.
Welcome back to another episode. Trying to lighten up things a bit. What can I say? What made me want to go there? Because that was not on my list. I didn't have a plan. I didn't do an itinerary, and there are people who do that. There are people who I met and they had it outlined for like a month or two. I was impressed by that, but that's not how I did it. You meet people as you go and you find out things and you realize where you are, and when you're looking at maps, you know, that pops up, and that's, you know, that was close to, I think it was Croatia that I went to before Budapest. I was in Venice and I met Sebastian. He drummed, he was into the drums, really cool guy. And he suggested that if I do Budapest, I need to go try out this party hostel. I'm like, party hostel, what is that? He was just like, you just gotta do it once in your life. Well, before I checked in, just walking towards it, you hear that boom, 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 boom. Very bohemian style place, you know, staircases, like four flights up, and you get up there and they buzz you in, and then you get to the reception area, but it's not like your typical, like, you know, area. They're DJing, and there is art everywhere, and it's colorful, and there are little chandeliers, and, you know, just Jimi Hendrix and all these posters, and just eclectic. It was just beautiful. So the hostel itself is connected to 4 dance floors and 4 bars, and you have free like admission because you're staying at that hostel. And the one thing I should mention is that Budapest is also known for their ruin bars. So it's just these like underground, you know, really cool bars that's just scattered throughout the city. And this just happened to be one of like the famous like bars. And there are all these mazes and art, and, you know, it's really cool. So I want to share with you like really a funny story. The reason I even know about Budapest, there's so many movies being shot there. I just saw Rabda, not a good movie, but the locations were so stunning. It's so beautiful. It's all around Budapest. And I want to show this. I hope there's no copyright things about it. And there are a few others. Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, which Aishwarya Rai and Salman Khan. And it was just beautifully done. And it was shot in Budapest. The opera house. There were like really iconic scenes in that movie that stood out, but it was dubbed for Italy, and I remember just having a laugh about that. There are things that I remember that kind of threw me off, and that was just, there was a lot of garbage. I don't mean like garbage from like your kitchen. I mean furniture and big items that people were throwing out. Like walking down the street, I'm like, what the hell? And I stopped someone on a bike, and she's like, well, I think it was like once a month they have the option to throw out things. Whoever wants to claim it can claim it, which is interesting because there were people actually sitting and claiming things. Like they sit there for hours and they're like, this is mine. That's the only thing that threw me off. But going back to the positive part of Budapest, and it is beautiful as hell.
एक भी जा यारा एक बारिया राह तकूं मैं बेचारा एक बारिया भी जा यारा एक बारिया राह तकूं मैं बेचारा एक बारिया ढल रही शाम है दिल तेरे नाम है इसकी आदत बनी है तेरी यारियां चांद हूँ मैं तू है तारा एक बारिया भी जा यारा एक बारिया
And just like looking down over the city, and it was like, you know, New York is lit up, but I gotta tell you, New York has nothing on Budapest. The bridges and the buildings itself are outlined, so it's kind of like, it's like Christmas. Breathtaking. But there's a lot of like political chaos going on there, but just putting all of that aside, it's just a beautiful, beautiful city that I would definitely return and spend more time in. The other thing that Budapest is known for are their thermal baths. There are these beautiful buildings like hot springs throughout the city, and that's not something that I did, so I definitely have to go back for that. Not sure that I will ever do a party hostel again, but it was great having that experience, just to like go do it and say I did it. You know, I wanted to talk about traveling today and not make it so heavy. I'm going to be kind of switching back and forth and talking about my travels and how it healed me, but I'm also going to talk about the things that got me like to figure out that travel was going to be the thing that, you know, got me to a good place. And Budapest was oh my god, it was cold. It was the coldest. I think by the time I got there was October, and it had gotten cold. So yeah, I was in my winter coat and, you know, had to switch it up from what it was in Italy. Just remember thinking, whoa, I haven't done winter in New York for 6 years at that point. And I just was like, no, I can't do this. I cannot do this. And I had, you know, I was gonna keep going towards Germany because I had friends there, and even Ireland. And I just literally just kind of like, nope. I spent the money and just like hopped the plane to Greece because I needed warmth. But just a very interesting city, and I highly recommend it, so go do it. The takeaway today is travel. Just go travel. If something is not working for you, you know, change it, as I always say, and travel can really just be the change that you need, and it just opens your mind, and you know, it's exciting. You know, I love getting on a plane. One of my favorite views is looking out a window of a plane, and just like, it's so exciting. It does something to the brain. It does something to your entire being, and something just changes you. It's adrenaline. It's just amazing. Thank you for joining me. Leave a comment below. Tell me if you're enjoying these vlogs, because I want to continue doing it, but also I need a little motivation. Remember to hit the like button, you know, share this video, subscribe. This is allowing me to grow, and I find myself being more open because I think I've been silent for long enough, and I love sharing my stories and my travels with you. Remember to stay positive. God bless.